Hey, John Elway, get out of town. It's Terrell Davis's day. Welcome to a very, very special episode of That's Good Broncos. I am your Hall of Shame host, Brandon Perna, and I am extremely excited to announce that one of the greatest running backs in NFL history, the greatest running back to wear a Broncos uniform, number 30, Terrell Davis, is the fifth Denver Bronco to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. An exciting piece of news for Broncos fans as we embrace for a hellish Patriot Super Bowl. The 2017 Hall of Fame class officially includes Terrell Davis, Ladainian Tomlinson, Jason Taylor, Kurt Warner, Kenny Easley, Jerry Jones, and Morten Anderson. Welcome to That's Good Broncos! This episode is sponsored by CWHemp.com. Go there now. Use my promo code That's Good to get your Charlotte's Web hemp oil. I use it every day for my brain. There is research that suggests that the CBDs, the cannabinoids in it, can help your brain, help prevent Alzheimer's, which is something my family has battled with. And we know in relation to this video that Pat Bowlen should be in the Hall of Fame ahead of Jerry Jones. He is also dealing with Alzheimer's. It's a scary thing. If this can help with that, I'm all for it. Yes, I am very excited Terrell Davis made it. It is long overdue Hall of Fame, but I'm sure he's happy now. He got in. We can all breathe a sigh of relief and know another Denver Bronco is in the Hall. Yes, Jerry Jones getting in the Hall of Fame before Pat Bowlen, who is suffering from Alzheimer's disease, is an atrocity. I already made a video about that, so you can watch that after this one. The link is in the description. Jerry would probably agree Pat should be in as well, so I won't turn this into a pissed off rant. Instead, let's focus on the Hall of Fame finally getting it right for our man, TD, inventor of the Mile High Salute. How can you not put a guy in the Hall of Fame who invented this? It's classy, it's simple, and it's how Jess and I finish our lovemaking sessions.
Thank you, Terrell.
Thank you indeed, Terrell. Thank you very much. Terrell Davis entered the NFL in 1995, which oddly enough was the same year the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame opened in Cleveland, Ohio. Just 59 miles from the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. It was also the same year the Soup Nazi appeared on Seinfeld. You probably know the only reason Davis made the team was because of his famous special teams hit on a kick return in the preseason that grabbed the coaching staff's attention. Davis was in the NFL for 7 seasons, but only his first 4 were unobstructed by injury. Had Elway not retired when he did, Davis probably would have played for 10 years, becoming the first running back in NFL history to rush for 20,000 yards and then convert to quarterback and win a Super Bowl as a running back / quarterback. That's how good he was. But Brian Greasy's interception destroyed Davis's knee. That destroyed knee is what prolonged his induction into the Hall of Fame. But for the 4 years he was healthy, there was nobody better in the NFL at the position. He was a football god. A bald, beautiful football god. Bring up his stats. Rookie year, 1,117 yards, followed by 1,500 yards, 1,750, and of course the 2,000-yard rushing season. Davis is one of only 7 running backs to gain 2,000 rushing yards in a single season. He was the only 2,000-yard rusher to go on to win the Super Bowl that same season, and he was the only 2,000-yard rusher to reach the milestone with a case of athlete's foot so horrific that it would make a podiatrist puke into the inventor of tough actin Tinactin's mouth until they both puked so much it would fill Roger Goodell's empty fucking soul. I don't know if he actually had athlete's foot. Davis was also the Super Bowl XXXII MVP. He carried the ball 30 times for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. And we all fucking know he is the reason John Elway got to finish his career like Beyonce with a ring on it. Well, that and the 4 games Bubby Brister won for the team in 1998. Don't forget about Brister. Davis manhandled the Packers defense and Super Bowl XXXII, including battling through a migraine that blinded him. Mike Shanahan forced Terrell Davis to play in that game blind. Mike Shanahan also once asked an actual blind man to drive his car. It's a big reason he and the Broncos parted ways. No respect for the blind. The best part about Davis's induction is that NFL Films is going to have to redo this stupid fucking video titled Top 10 Players Not in the Hall of Fame.
This is the most ridiculous exclusion probably of all time. I'll say Tom Flores number 1, Terrell Davis number 2.
I'm actually not sure why I called that video fucking stupid. It's actually pretty cool. Except for Ross Tucker.
And you look, there were some gigantic holes. Terrell Davis, a very good player. In my mind, not a Hall of Famer because of how good that offensive line was for him during that time.
Hey, Ross Tucker, if that is your real name, you're wrong. You're dead wrong, Tucker.
In my mind, not a Hall of Famer.
Oh man, Ross, you look stupid now.
In my mind, not a Hall of Famer.
Yes, the Broncos' offensive line was great. Great teams breed great players. How wide are you going to open your mouth to suck Brady's Hall of Fame dick without mentioning how good his teams were? Again, I immediately apologize to Ross Tucker. He's actually pretty good too. I will say, the one big elephant in the room that needs to be addressed with Davis is his use of performance-enhancing materials. Breathe Right nasal strips? Can't believe that's legal. He never got tired once when he started using those to widen his nasal passages. Davis was also a part of the best joke in Jay Leno's history of jokes. Terrell suffered from migraines, and Jay asked Davis this question after winning the Super Bowl.
Now, have you ever said to a woman, "Not tonight, baby, I got a headache"?
No, never.
How good was Terrell Davis? He was so good that Mike Shanahan wasn't even impressed when he had 168 rushing yards in a game.
How many carries for TD in the first half? 168 yards. Not a bad afternoon, huh?
Pretty good day at the office. This last season, the most rushing yards any of the Broncos running backs had in a single game was by C.J. Anderson with 107 against the Texans. Davis had 168 probably in the third quarter of that game. I would kill to have Terrell Davis on the roster. Terrell Davis and C.J. Anderson, boom, boom, 1-2 punch. The next Bronco who should get into the Hall of Fame is Pat Bowlen. And he should be followed by Steve Atwater and Champ Bailey. John Lynch didn't make it this time around, and I hope he gets in, but not before Steve Atwater. Again, this is awesome. TD deserves the honor, and it's nice when someone we've all been screaming to get in actually gets in. Terrell Davis was the best running back I ever watched play. Yes, he played behind a great offensive line. And yes, many backs had success after him behind the same line. But Davis was a step or two above them all. Clinton Portis was pretty damn good as well, but what Davis did in the postseason and the Super Bowl, and in addition to his regular season performances, was mind-blowing. Watching Terrell Davis play the game of football was like watching art. But better, because it wasn't boring. It's easy to look at stats and say, oh yeah, that guy was good, or oh yeah, that guy was bad. But players like Davis cannot truly be appreciated unless you were watching them while they played. Congrats to TD. And I know you are a Hall of Famer, but today, I want to honor you with something that makes the Hall of Fame look like an aisle at Walmart. That's right, Terrell Davis. You are receiving this week's Big Dick Player Award! Terrell Davis, Big Dick Player Award recipient, and Hall of Famer too, I guess. You deserve it, TD. I wish YouTube existed in the 90s, so I could have made videos about you then, because you probably would hold the record for most Big Dick Player Awards ever. I would appreciate it if you could mention in your Hall of Fame speech that you are most honored to have also received the Big Dick Player Award on the same day you were elected into the Hall of Fame. If you could do that, it would be very kind of you. Make sure you all tweet to Terrell Davis to congratulate him on the Hall of Fame and the Big Dick Player Award. Terrell Davis, we salute you. We love you, Terrell. It's that simple. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here. Subscribe to my goddamn channel. Please give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. We can talk football. We can talk life. We can talk love. Just talk at me on Twitter, please. CW Hemp, promo code That's Good. Use it if you want some of that delicious Charlotte's Web hemp oil. Oh, get it.